The Ukrainian boxing school has produced many world-class fighters who have dominated boxing world both in amateur and professional arenas. In this video we'll go through a typical workout session that found in most Ukrainian gyms. We'll start with dynamic warm-up, shadowboxing, partner drills, and finish with bag work, conditioning circuit, and cool down. Let's get straight into the workout, which begins with a dynamic warm-up that starts with 3 to 5 minutes of jogging. My name is Andrei Khotin. I'm a former amateur boxer and active coach from Ukraine. I started boxing as a 9-year-old kid. I competed for 7 years and had around 35 fights. I won 26 of them and 2 with knockouts. I had the chance to train in 4 different gyms. I learned from masters of sports and WBA world champion. All my experience and knowledge I summarized and put in this workout session. And now, as I introduce myself, you can enjoy this voiceover while I'll be explaining what, how and why we are doing. Warm-up is probably the most important part of every workout session, because it sets the pace, reduces the risk of injury, and makes you ready to perform at the highest level. Your warm-up should be dynamic and go through most of the muscles, joints and tendons. In the video we show a lot of different exercises and how much we do them, but everyone is different, so you have to craft your own custom warm-up that will take around 10 to 15 minutes. And feel free to change exercises and their duration. We finish our warm-up with a jump rope, and here are a few tips. First of all, tuck down your chin, then add some tricks for better coordination, and change intensity from lower to higher while skipping. And now, as we are well warmed up, we are ready for our skill practice. And the first shadowboxing drill will be in our frontal stance or in the square stance. So I will move forward, I will move backward, I can change direction however I want, and in this rhythm I will add straight punches. I can throw combinations and single punches. So that's the first drill. Let's go. In this drill we go for 4 rounds of 90 seconds. With 15 seconds of rest between the rounds, and in every single round we're gonna change the punches we throw. As you can see here, now we're throwing the hooks. We use this frontal or square stance to practice our fundamental boxing skills. We almost never fight in this stance, but it's still very good for mastering the basics. Alright, our second drill, we're gonna stay in the fighting stance. So I will stay in my orthodox stance because I'm right-handed, and we'll move with the pendulum step. So we're gonna move in and out on our toes, and we will throw only 2 punch combinations. So I start moving, I throw 1, 2, and I keep moving. I can start cross hook. So basically I throw any 2 punch combo, and then we'll rest for 15 seconds and go for the second half of the round, in which we're gonna use our step footwork, and we will keep throwing any 2 punch combinations. So that's the drill. We use the pendulum step to fight at the long range, and it's utilized best by fighters who have reach advantage over their opponents. The key here is to catch a rhythm with the footwork. And in the second part of the drill we use our regular step footwork, which can be used at any range, so you have more versatility here. In the last shadowboxing drill we're gonna practice our angle creation skills. So you can start with a double jab, and from here you can take a slip, then pivot, and from this position you can throw any 2 punch combo. And if I want to throw jab cross, I can go to the right, do the weight shift, and from here also I can throw any 2 punch combination. So that's the drill. The sequence here is way more complicated and advanced, but angle creation skills can give you a huge advantage over your opponents. So now that we finished our shadowboxing, we can go to the main part of the training, which is partner work, and we'll work together for 7 rounds of 3 minutes. And our first technical assignment will be practicing our defense. So I will get close to Serhiy, I will provocate him, I can tap him with a light punch, just touch his guard, and once I'm in his range or once I provocate him, he tries to hit me with any punch. Basically he can throw straight, hook, uppercut, and my goal is not to miss that punch. So I get close, provocate him, and try to dodge his punch. So that's the first drill, and we'll go for 1 minute with the half, and then we'll switch roles, and Serhiy will do what I'm supposed to do, and I will do what he is supposed to do. So yeah, let's start. We are back to the voiceover, and I hope you're glad to hear me. Here I'll be explaining my tactics, techniques, mistakes, etc. My goal here is to constantly apply pressure, provocate Serhiy, make him throw punches and miss. To do that, I constantly move in and out of range, I use my lead hand to measure the distance and harass Serhiy. And then when he throws his punch at me, I use my footwork defense, head movement or hand defense to make him miss. And after 90 seconds of boxing we change our roles, so both of us can practice different aspects of boxing. So I throw punches when Serhiy is in my range and he practices his defense. After the first round we rested for 1 minute, and here you can see the drill number 2, in which the concept is the same, but here I can add counter punches when I see an opening. Here is a clean overhand, but I didn't follow through and the punch was light because it's a training practice and we don't want to hurt each other. I also use different counter punching rhythms to set up my attacks. Here you can see us changing roles, and now Serhiy will try to counter me. In this moment you can see how I caught Serhiy with a cross as he was exiting. So the point is that you have to exit from your attack with a defensive move, not to get hit. I know that in this drill Serhiy's goal is to counter me, so that's why I use feints and then I counter his counter, and actually it is a very good tactic to deal with counter punchers. And you see me doing it all the time. After we rested, we get into the round number 3, in which we are both allowed to throw combinations, so I can counter him with combos and he can throw combos at me. In the next moment Serhiy tried to hit me with the jab, but I parried it and hit him with my own jab, so always keep your rear hand up. Here was a good counter attack from me, but I didn't took steps and it reduced the impact. Later I trap Serhiy in the corner and land one more good counter attack. Then we switched our roles and rested and went in the round number 4, in which my goal is to move back and try to counter Serhiy. Here I deliberately go to the ropes and move to Serhiy's right to make him throw cross and then counter him with a check hook, but I didn't hit his head, not to hurt him. Also take a look at my stance. I lean forward because when Serhiy goes at me, I will have a space to move back. Also take a look at my movement trajectory. I move back but I don't go to the corners, and after each attack I try to circle off not to end up in the trap and have a good position. After changing roles and taking rest, we started the 5th round, in which the goal is to create angles. You can see how I trap Serhiy and then I create angle to land a cleaner uppercut and then hook. I apply pressure all the time, move forward, and when I see a chance to create an angle, I do that and hit him a few times. In the 6th round we go for a light sparring, and while you're watching our highlights, I want to let you know that this whole workout is from the Shadowboxing package, which has 49 more boxing workouts just like this of different level of difficulty. It also has weightlifting program, running program, a lot of tips for better boxing performance, and of course it has a private community where I answer questions and give everyone feedback. So if you're serious about leveling up your boxing game, definitely check the Shadowboxing package, first link in the description. Alright, and after 3 minutes of light sparring we go to the close range light sparring, and here you can see how I failed my shoulder roll and got hit. So I guess I watched too much Floyd Mayweather. And in a moment I fix my mistake, I keep my hands up, create angle and hit Serhiy with 3-punch combo. And then we just finish the last round of partner work. So now we finished the main part of the workout, which was the partner work, and now we are going to hit the heavy bags to let go everything we've got and reach our limit with a single bag work conditioning drill. Let's go! In this drill we go for 3 minutes of continuous punching, and the whole point is to throw 2 light straight punches and then hit with a hard hook to the body or to the head. Well, now as we finished all the boxing skill specific drills and we had some rest after bag conditioning drill, we are going to hit a conditioning circuit in which we are gonna do a few exercises till failure. And the first exercise is pull-ups. We try to go for clean reps, but sometimes I may not go low as deep as possible because the bar hangs low and I don't want to bend my knees. But here you can see that we both hit our failure. I did somewhere around 20 reps and Serhiy somewhere around 10 reps. The next exercise is switched jump lunges. In this one we try to jump as high as possible while alternating our legs. I finished at around 30 reps because I felt that I started to lose my balance and I didn't jump as high as at the beginning. Then we hit our core, and the best exercise for that is hanging or leg raises. I go with my toes to the bar and Serhiy just lift his knees because that's an easier progression for him. I finished at around 20 reps and I stopped when I felt that my forearm gets worse. We finished our conditioning circuit, which was pretty short, and by the way, let me know if you want me to make a whole separate video about weightlifting for boxers, and comment below and I will do that if you want. And now we're back to the video. Here you can see how we just stretch and do some mobility exercises, and they are very good because they help to reduce the risk of injury and help you with the recovery. So now we shared how a typical boxing workout session in Ukraine looks like. Of course, there are many things that you can change, and every single session looks different with different main parts, but overall now we have a good general idea how we structure our training in here. If you want to train just like us and use our best methods, check out the KO Boxing package, first link in the description. Thanks for watching and stay sharp!